Tech and clips.
Yeah. Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. We're back with some more from the Beatles. Song's titled "I'm Down" at Sullivan Show 1965. Put this out there. I've never heard this song, this is a suggestion via the nation. Shout out to Dana Billadu for throwing this my way, guys. Once again, the Beatles, "I'm Down" at Sullivan Show 1965. Let's take a listen, guys. Whoa. Damn, Paul. What's up? Man buys ring, woman throws it away. Whoa. I'm really down, down on the ground. I'm really down. I can do that when you know I'm down. When you know I'm down. You tell lies thinking I can't see. You can't cry 'cause you're laughing. I'm really down, down on the ground. Wow, guys, so that was the Beatles with the song "I'm Down" live at Sullivan Show 1965. Guys, I have to say, Ed Sullivan has been around, for a very, very long time. Wow. Okay, so wow. Like I said from the beginning, this is actually my first time hearing the song. "I'm Down," by the Beatles. And I've got to say, right off the bat, this one really, really caught me by surprise. I've always known the Beatles, for their melodic pop classics, their harmonies, and of course the evolution into psychedelic rock. But here they are flat out, rocking like a raw, garage band. Right from the start, the energy was so undeniable. Paul McCartney, I love how, he just exploded, into the lead vocals. And I mean, you can feel that, he is channeling his inner, little Richard, with that raspy, full throttle, scream. To me, it's not clean or polished. It's damn sure gritty. I mean, it's wild and it's full of attitude. Honestly, if I didn't know better, I mean, I could have thought that this was a band, from the late '60s or early '70s, rock scene, because I mean, to me, it has that kind of chaotic, sweaty vibe. What really really stood out, to me, in this live performance, was the stage presence. John Lennon, messing around, on the organ, practically playing, playing it with, this, with his elbow, whilst, laughing. He looks, I mean, to me, he looks like, he's having, the time of his life. George Harrison, this man, I mean, his guitar lines, really, really, cuts through sharply, giving the song it's in rock and roll bite. And Ringo, as always, is steady on the drums, driving the whole thing forward, guys. I mean, now for my critique, because hearing this, for the first time, I've got to be fair. The song itself, wow, super fun and energetic. Doesn't have the melodic, sophistication or lyrical depth, that I usually, associate, with the Beatles. It feels more like, a live jam, meant to, hype up, the crowd, rather than, something that would define their legacy as songwriters. So in that sense, it might not. I mean, it might not be the most timeless Beatles track for me, but as a piece of pure rock and roll energy, it's fantastic. I don't know if that makes sense. Yes, but yeah. And I have to mention the audience reaction. I mean, I mean, you can hear the screaming fans, going crazy, and it really, really, adds to the atmosphere. Watching this, I can imagine how shocking and thrilling, it must have been in 1965. To see the Beatles, who were already the biggest, band in the world, just cut loose and thrash around like this, guys. This was a vibe, So yeah, for my first time impression, this song "I'm Down," this is pure rock and roll chaos. It's fun and fire. It shows a side of the Beatles, that feels less polished, but more raw and rebellious. And I actually love that contrast. I wouldn't call it the greatest song, but as a performance, guys, this is unforgettable. I'll give this like a hard 8.5 out of 10. But that's just me. Shout out to Dana Ability for throwing this my way. Let me know what you think about this one in the comment section. Let me know. If you want me to do more from the Beatles, I'll be so glad to do just that. Thank you for today and thank you for watching. Name is Philip, and also the next music. Take care. Say peace out.